Time to start the show, Professor. How are you,
Yeah,
man?
how's it going? Good,
Going
I'm
great, man.
good.
How you been?
Yeah, busy. I mean, with COVID on the rise, I just work more. So
It's nuts,
that's
man.
it.
1 million in what, 10 days? That's nuts.
Yeah,
It's wrong on every level.
I
So
guess w-
this week we're going to be doing something special, aren't we?
we are. It is the season finale of the
It is the
show.
season
Can you believe
finale.
that?
I can't.
How
I
many of these
can't.
things have we done?
This is
Like,
13. This is lucky 13. And
so
yes,
what number did you think we were actually going to be at? Like when we
I don't
started
know.
this?
I
I
I
don't
don't.
either.
That's a great question. I didn't think we'd make it much past 5, to be quite
I
honest.
didn't either. I
We
know.
got lucky though,
But I,
because around 5 we got a guest. Without the guest, I
yes,
don't know if we would have made it. Speaking of
what?
which, we have a guest tonight.
We do. We do. We have a very special guest.
So
We should
yeah,
play that intro so
let's
everybody
play the
knows.
intro
Yeah.
and skip Bibble Babble, and then we'll get our guest in here. So
Yes.
handy dandy Xbot remote and
Hold on to your butts. You're in for an experience like no other. On today's show we have a special guest and it's the season finale, so sit back and relax with Bryan Wanamaker. Wait, season finale. You guys survived the whole season? Does this mean I get a raise?
no raise.
No race. No.
None.
Mm.
Let me get Wanamaker. Mr. Bryan
Nice.
Wanamaker. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thanks, guys. How
How's
you
it
going?
going?
It's going great, man. Thanks for being on the
Yeah.
show. I really appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You're one of my favorite
Yeah, like
TikTok creators, for sure.
me too. Yeah, 100%.
You both one of my favorites.
Dude, that works.
Nice.
I always find it funny because you're from the Pennsylvania/east side of Pennsylvania, if that makes any sense. Not the Pittsburgh side.
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. The Philly side.
Philly side. I didn't want to go that far, but yeah, the Philly side.
Nope, you got the Philly side and you got the Pittsburgh side. Two different.
Two different worlds. Philly's a lot
Yep.
closer to New York. Like, I've always thought of Philly as like New York light, if that makes any sense. Well, you're from around Philly, so you know.
Yeah, I'm about same distance between New York and Philadelphia, so
Yep. How close to 78 are you?
about 15 minutes.
That's what I figured. Yeah. So anybody that doesn't know Philadelphia geography, 78 is the way you get across like the middle of Pennsylvania and up into New Jersey and into New York. So like when
Mhm.
we would go to New York, we would go to 78 and we drive 78 across. So that's our history lesson and our geography lesson for today.
Yeah.
Woo! So here's a Philly specific question. Dunkin' Donuts, Wawa, Sheets, or other? I'll let you answer that one.
Well, I like Wawa personally because I try to eat a little healthy. But if I'm drunk, leaving the bar, then you definitely you get that greasy food, the stuff down before you go to sleep. And then you got to get the Wawa in the morning and feel better about yourself.
Hand to God, I understand. Professor and I have often talked about the different fast food places. Because here in
Yes.
California, it's like Circle K, 7-Eleven. What else? Anything else you can think of?
For donuts, you have like Star Donuts that are on like every street corner,
Yeah,
and
but
they're just like,
they're not. They don't sell donuts. They make money go from cash to legal, if you know what I'm saying.
they have donuts in there.
That they wrap
You just
at night.
you don't
for
want
the
to
next
get a
day.
cream filled donut. Yeah.
The other one though here is Lee's Sandwich Shop. Have you been to Lee's?
Oh, Lee's is so
It's the
good.
best. So good.
Oh,
But again, it's regional. There's no Lee's in
yes,
Philly. So,
Yeah,
just like
never heard.
Yeah.
nah. There's way better cheesesteak places and way better hoagie places. But when you are starved for that stuff, Lee's sandwiches are the best.
Yep.
Oh, that's too funny. So, where do we go from here, Professor? Should we hop into a quick story? or where are we going? I got buttons. I know what to press.
You do have buttons.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to do some news topics, we can do that, or we can just talk about Bryan.
Well, let's do some news quick, and then we'll talk about Bryan. Then we'll hop into the TikTok stuff, and he can help us with all of it from beginning to end. So, first one on the hit parade. A TikTok creator says he made a fake voter fraud video that went viral and was shared by Rudy Giuliani. I didn't read the story, but that headline's classic.
Yes.
So funny.
I on number 2, I put the TikTok so we can actually watch it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
because we don't need to read more of that story.
No,
we just the headline says it all.
Yeah. Let's hop over to here. So is this it?
Watch.
This it right here?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Wait, we got to make sure Bryan can see it.
Yeah, Bryan.
Yep, I can see it.
Cool.
Okay, perfect.
I work at the vote bailouts, which means we get your votes and we separate them. So if some of these votes happen to say, like this one, Donald J. Dumb Trump, that one just don't make it towards the mail. As some of you guys know, I work.
That's just funny. That's funny on every level. I love how fake it is, though.
Yeah, and Bryan, just so you know, like I don't care who Tick voted for. He doesn't care who I voted for. It's just whatever. Yeah, I just
think it's funny how many people are going to think that's true and back that up as the reason they don't want to listen to the votes. So
yes,
which is crazy. I mean, the vote is the vote.
All I'm saying is, before they were saying it's not my president when Trump won. It's kind of switched it around.
Same thing.
Right.
And what I found funny, I think we talked about it last week. It was a landslide when Trump won. Like literally, he goes, "It's a landslide." Literally the exact same vote this time. So exactly like the Electoral College, exact same numbers. So I guess it's a landslide for Biden.
It is.
This is the first president that hasn't conceded since it started. Hoover's the one that started it. Nobody has ever not conceded. So he's breaking ground. All new territory. It's just funny to me.
Broke ground since he started, though.
What do you mean?
He broke ground on the wall.
Yeah, drinking bleach.
Yes.
By far my favorite. Still, it'll always be my favorite. Anytime a kid comes up to me and goes, "Is bleach edible?" Sure, why not? Just drink it up.
Yeah, those Tide Pods too. Just go have at it.
Oh yeah. What was the one we did last week? What was the challenge last week? So, Tide Pods.
It was So, Bryan, have you seen this on TikTok?
The vampire
people
fangs.
Putting vampire fangs on, but using like wood glue or super glue or gorilla glue.
I heard something about it and didn't see it. I don't really watch the For You page, so
Smart.
Perfect. Yeah.
I don't see anyone I really want to see on the For You page, so I just stick to my following for most of the time.
Yeah,
I do the same thing. I normally go right to my following, and these days it's been making me start on the For You page. I don't even like starting there.
Well,
I hate it.
For me, I probably see one new person that I'm not following on the For You page like every 10 minutes. So
mine was different.
It's weird.
I was seeing like people I wanted to follow, so I stopped watching the For You page because my following count, the people I'm following, just kept going. And I was like,
gotcha.
Dude, I gotta stop at some point. You can't watch everybody's. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Oh, return to TikTok for me, by the way.
It's hard to actually find some people that you used to follow when you started. Some of your friends
100%.
really like watching their videos, and then you don't see them for a few months, and then all of a sudden you see a bunch of their videos, and then you don't see them again.
That is the God's honest truth. I took 20 minutes to find somebody because it was one of those things where I didn't remember their name. I just remembered where I had seen them. So I had to go hunt them down where I had seen them and then go through that person's stuff. And then I found them. But yeah, it's crazy. I've been off TikTok a month.
Yeah.
I took like a month off. And yeah, I enjoy being back. So woohoo, go me. Now, here's a question for you,
I
Bryan.
think that's where I find a lot of my the people I follow through duets from people that I follow now. When I see them duet them, or that's how I started following you, Professor, and you were doing videos together. I started following you.
Yeah.
So
That's what happened with me too. I had seen one that Professor did with you, or was it the other way around? And then I started following you. Yeah, immediately. Post haste. One more story? One more? Can we do another one?
Yeah. Let's do it. This one has 3 links to it. You see that?
Yes.
There's 3 of them.
Do I need all 3 of them, or can I start with
Yeah,
one
put
and go to the next?
Yeah. Start with the
here's
first one.
I think this is an
snoring
ad.
solution
Yeah,
that
give me
you
1
want to
second.
have in your bedroom.
Yes, ad. There we go.
We're not. There you go.
Cocktail guy anyway. He says I saved his life, which I'm not even sure I did, and my reward
So for
is
people
dinner
at home,
and dancing at Taco
this
Bell.
is
I mean, hey,
Running
I like
Man?
Mexican food, but
Demolition Man, dude.
Demolition
Come
Man.
on.
Always get
It's
the
the
names
wrong
wrong.
buff dude.
Yeah, wrong man.
Restaurant to survive the franchise wars.
so
Now all restaurants are Taco Bell.
no way.
Everything's Taco Bell. It's
Everything's
classic.
Taco Bell.
So it's Demolition Man, and it's Sandra Bullock and Sylvester Stallone, and they're going
Yes.
out to fine dining at Taco Bell, because every restaurant
And
is Taco Bell.
you'll see why with the next link why I added that.
Sounds Christmassy. I like it.
It does. It suits us. I mean, skip right over Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Exactly. Right to Christmas. Halloween to Christmas. It's Beetlejuice guy.
Right. It is the Beetlejuice guy.
I can never remember him from anything but Beetlejuice. I guess he was in this movie
Well,
too.
he didn't change his look. That's for sure.
No, he did not.
They're like, we just want that dude.
Right.
Oh.
Good thing I'm hungry.
Wow.
What's doodly?
Now,
That's crazy.
now go to the story. Yeah.
Yes, I will. Give me 1 second. Story.
And you'll be like, oh, round
Story.
circle. It made sense.
The nicest
Look
Taco
At that
Bell
freaking Taco Bell.
in the world is exploding on TikTok as many people marvel at the beachfront views and the boozy drinks. And oh my heavens, get this on my screen. Full screen. Make it full screen. Ugh, Taco Bell. What a pain. That thing's amazing. Can I have that? I want that Taco Bell at my
Right?
house.
Like, I want to live there. Like, yeah.
I totally want to live there. Open link in new tab. Give me that image. There we go. Wow. That's insane.
Right? I think it's
There we
near
go.
you, Tick, honestly.
Does look like it. That
It's either
literally
that
looks
or
like
Florida.
Redondo, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So again, Bryan, I lived in Pennsylvania my whole life. Knew nothing of California geography until I moved here. Now it's crazy. Like I speak Californian, 405, 110.
Yes, you do.
And it does say that really does look like Redondo. So
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that looks like it's definitely California style.
Oh.
Nothing
hell
like that
no.
out here. Definitely.
No. It would be next to a nuclear power plant or a coal mine. One of the two. You have 2 options. Let me get a Redondo
Cornfield.
picture. Yeah, cornfield. So true. It's funny because my friends from high school used to call the middle of Pennsylvania, might have been my college friends, Pennsyltucky. Because when you get
Yep.
past the
Pennsyltucky.
Philly area and before you get to Pittsburgh, there's the Appalachian Trail people, like right in the middle of Philly or Pennsylvania. So
Yeah, I got the trail right behind the house.
there you go. I often talk about that. So let me see if I can get some beach images of Redondo. Because that really, really, really reminded
Yeah. You should go
Oh.
there and make TikToks.
me. That's
Yes.
funny.
Because
I
that's
should.
what the next link is. It's like all I typed in was like best Taco Bell ever and
And that's what
searched
you
it
got.
and grabbed the first video. Yeah.
Yeah, let me grab the next image. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy and weird. Okay, back to the show. Okay, put the audio on. See if we can even.
Nicest Taco Bell in the world, which is on the beach in Pacifica, California. There's a spot to leave your surfboard on the outside of the building.
So loud. Shut up, lady. We're just gonna watch it. It's too loud.
Yes.
I can't handle it.
But look at that thing.
That is insane. Touchscreen menus? Sign me up.
Yeah. And it has all the food. So, like, if there was a burrito that you liked that went away, they have it.
They brought it back?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
They brought it back for that one.
Look at this. This is insane. This reminds me of the Starbucks we go to. There's a Starbucks right across the street from, or down the street from the golf, from Trump's Golf. And it's crazy nice. Holy mackerel. That's insane. That's pure insanity. Pure insanity. Give me 1 second, because why aren't you showing me this picture? Welcome to our new show, Technical Difficulties. Here we go.
So this has been our show for like months.
Yeah, it is. So that's Redondo. So that's why I was like, this looks just like Redondo, dude. But it's Pacifica.
It does.
So it's a slightly farther away, but not that much. But see that?
No.
That background looked the exact same. Crazy.
It did. Almost like they photoshopped the Taco Bell. I know.
Yeah, I totally want to go to Taco Bell now. So Pacifica.
Do it.
I think that's about half an hour, 45 minutes.
And go get an enchilada, because I miss those.
And some COVID, because they're serving that up everywhere. Twice.
I mean, that's just the green sauce that they used. It comes in packets now.
It's the COVID green sauce. It's much better than
that's what it is.
Rick and Morty Szechuan.
Yes.
COVID green sauce. I can't believe we just said that. That'll go viral. Totally.
Awesome.
Totally going viral. Oh, we've done a couple stories. Let's talk about our guests now.
Yes, please.
Now, Bryan, what's the style that you do? Like, I always get it wrong, so I'm not going to even attempt. Like, your main style of TikToks.
I just call them freestyle transitions.
Okay.
I just kind of mix up everything that I know.
I love that.
I get it.
That's super cool. So what I'm going to do, Professor has cut together some of your TikToks. We're going to cut the audio out so we can talk over top. I'm going to make it the full screen, and then I'm going to switch it to the tiny part of this screen. So let's go full screen. And there we go. Here we are. We're watching your stuff.
So, Bryan, how long does it take you? Because whenever I used to do stuff like this, it would be hours. Like,
the audio is that one right there. I started Friday at work while I was on lunch because I was bored, and then basically all Sunday I worked on it. I had a couple parts that just were a pain that took me forever to actually get.
Right.
So, because I'm always, since everything kind of like turns, I'm always trying to match everything up to make sure it looks smooth and doesn't look choppier at all.
Now, do you use a pop socket? Do you use like any kind of phone holder?
I used to, but I took it off because I've been putting it in and out of the stand a lot and trying to use the stand more because people say they get dizzy.
That is the problem with the pop socket. As soon as you try to put it in a stand, it just sort of flies out.
Yep.
It was funny because I was watching one of yours and I saw the back and I was like, he doesn't have a pop socket. Like, that's it immediately in my head. I'm like, how does he do these?
I did have a 3-finger ring, D-ring holder for a while.
Oh, okay.
That was my case, but the cover for the case got all scratched up, so I just started taking it out of the case and got used to not holding it again. Relied on it a little too much, I think.
I can't make TikToks without my pop socket. I mean, I can, but I it's just stationary. I can't do any movement stuff without the pop socket, so I'd be lost. And I have the same problem that you were talking about. Whenever I try to put it into a stand, it just pops out, and it's a big pain, huge pain. Somebody needs to come up with a pop socket that's magnetized, and you can magnetize it to a stand. Also, that would allow you to charge it. Have you ever tried to use a wireless charger? Doesn't work.
No, I haven't. But my the three finger D ring holder that I had, that actually was magnetic to hook onto the magnet in the car.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yep.
Pop socket. For anybody that doesn't know what a pop socket is, it's
Oh my
the
gosh.
ability.
I got one too, and watch
Yeah.
it grows.
This is how you hold the phone. And like, this is me trying to do any of your TikToks. It's just like, and then they come out horrible. Now, that's a question for you. What tips do you have for anybody that wants to get into freestyle transitioning?
There's three that I tell people all the time. You really just have to match your speed, your placement, and your momentum. So, and that's really what I do. It doesn't matter where I stop, as long as I can match, replace where I am and match the whole speed and everything. You can
How long does it
pretty
take
much
to do that?
go off anything.
Because I'm watching this and I'm like, how does he get that match? Like when you're doing the push and you push it off,
Dude, it's practice.
Well, of course.
It is. It's practice. Every day
I remember
going on a year and a half.
Right, yeah, because I remember when Bryan first started doing it. When Bryan first started, he was like, dude, how do you do this? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I just do. And most of the time, I don't know what I'm doing. So
I get it.
He was like, I like your stuff. You do transitions and you're like funny, and then you go and do something weird. And I'm like, yep, that you described my whole page. And that's why TikTok does not know what to do with me. Like, so, yeah. But
as soon as
I saw
start likes, it goes this, I do something else. And
Right.
they're like, hold on.
I like your motivational ones. Like
yes, I do too.
Forget you use this one guy's audio all the time, and I love those.
Creating Wonders. He's a really good guy. He just got verified, actually.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yep. Yeah.
And for anybody that's
up
listening,
really good stuff.
so for anybody that's listening, being verified on TikTok is the difference between being an amateur and a professional. As soon as you're verified, you're like real. Until then, you're just Joe Schmo, pretty much.
Yep. And also, Bryan, your song choices rock. Like, they're not the typical every single user song choices. They're awesome.
Yeah, I try to stay away from the trend audios. I do them once in a while, but mainly look for stuff that I like or something that I think I can do something to. Repetitive beats are just something that I actually want to do. If I don't like the audio, then I can't. I can do the video, but you can tell that I'm not really feeling it. So
right. I get it.
Oh no, I'm just laughing because it's like it's the lackluster. Doing a TikTok, doing a TikTok. Yeah. Got to do 2 a day.
Doing
whatever.
the WAP,
doing a TikTok,
the WAP video to a
whatever.
transition. Yes, let's do that.
I steal his music all the time, by the way. I don't know if you do the same thing. Like, I'll see his, I'll listen to it, I'll be like, audio good? Taking mine.
Yeah.
I have people that I do the same thing to. I basically go to their page and I'm like, okay, what do you got for me?
I get it.
It makes perfect sense. Absolutely. The ones that I didn't see any in this promo pack are the split screen ones. My head hurts after this. I'll just be honest. So for anybody that's listening and doesn't understand what I'm saying or watching, we don't have an example. But with TikToks, you can do duets and you can do reactions. But you're using duet, correct? When you do the split screen?
Oh, when he duets himself and he does all that with himself?
Yes.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, so those are duets.
Yeah. So to describe this for people, a duet typically is designed that like a boy does one part and a girl does another part. And I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but that's where it originally came from. Now, it's like a girl who's a guy doing a girl. It's weird. Like duets have gotten crazy. And your duets take it to the next level. So it's 4 audio or 4 voices. And you do a duet for all 4 voices, and you do transitions between all 4 screens. I don't even know what to say. My head hurts.
I don't either.
How do you even set that up?
Those are fun.
Yeah, fun's a good way to describe it. My head explodes. How do you even start that? Like, where's do you write it out, or do you just guess?
I get an idea in my head, and then I'll do the first one, and then I'll go off of there. And as I'm doing them, I realize where I made a mistake, so I have to add an extra screen sometimes to cover up. Like, oh wait, I'm supposed to be over here, but so that's how they end up getting so long sometimes.
I get that.
But
now, are you on Apple or Android?
I get just like an image in my head, and then throughout the rest of them, I just keep coming up with the rest of the story.
Okay.
That's cool.
That's easier than I thought it was. Now, are you on
what
Apple?
kind of phone are you? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What kind of phone?
I got an iPhone. A really old iPhone, but an iPhone.
No, I asked.
I used an iPhone 6 for a long time.
Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah.
Yep, that's actually one I have.
Yeah, I'm on an Android, and I can't do top and bottom duets yet. And you know how they roll out features separately on both platforms? Yeah. So, like, I had Stitch. I don't know. I was like one of the first people. But I don't get any of these other things because I really want to do something similar to yours, but you can't if you don't have top bottom. If you only have left right, it's kind of sketchy.
Yeah, the whole little having it on the bottom helps a lot. They keep changing it on me because whenever they do the updates, they like to change things. Always.
Yes, they do.
And they'll change the way the setups are. Sometimes I can get myself underneath a little bit better and lined up, and sometimes I'll go to do one and everything will be changed.
That drives me crazy. The one that drove me the craziest when they changed from letters and numbers for filters to names. They did that for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. So I'm like, okay, I need S1, I need V3, maybe some V2. I knew which ones I wanted. And then I go in, it's like, Tacoma. What the hell is Tacoma? That's useless. And I guess enough people complained. Because a week and a half later, it was back to S1, V1, all that stuff. And again, for people that don't use TikTok, we're kind of deep in the woods right now. Like, you'd have to understand the interface. Now, there's another interesting question. When you're recording, do you slide back the time? So do you only give it a little bit of time, or do you use your thumb to start, stop, or both?
I do both. It all depends on where I have the phone, if I'm using the stand, what I'm doing. Sometimes it's easier to set the timer and bring the phone around so I don't have to worry about it if I'm like have my arm in an awkward position.
Yeah,
because I will actually like twist my arms around to get the right angle.
I'm surprised your arm hasn't broken yet, because I do watch them and I'm like, you're like that, and then the next thing you know, you're like this, and I'm like, ow. Ow.
I've been in group chats with SSL, the family I'm in, and they'll get quiet and watch me doing a video because I don't know what to do and I want to make a video, so I'll just be in the video chat making a video. And they already said, I'm done trying to copy you. I'm watching you do it. And I'm like, it's really easy if you're... they're like, I don't know how you thought about it. But...
It's funny. Yeah, your stuff looks easy. Then you try to do it. Far from easy. Far from easy. Especially the hat with the face, with the hat. Like, I have like different masks and stuff.
Yeah, behind you there's a...
Yeah, tons of them. But the way that you use them is weird in a good way. It's like your face... It's a mask. It's your face. It's a mask. We just saw it. So I don't really need to describe it. But wow, where did you come up with the mask and the hat? Was it just you had them and you tried it?
Yeah, well, I started with just the masks, playing around with them, and that whole spinning of them I did by accident actually last year. when I was still learning. And I
Love
didn't
that.
realize what I did until someone made a comment and said something about it. And then I was like, oh, let me figure out how I did that. And then adding the hat to it just kind of helped a little cover up that I wasn't there.
Right.
And it, just kind of covered a little more of the screen, so you didn't see that big of a difference when, like, I'd all of a sudden disappear and reappear from the side of the mask.
Right.
So,
Right. No, it's genius. And the funniest thing is, you've been using a Nittany Lions hat a lot recently, and I'm like, did he just graduate? So it just came to mind. Now, did you go to Penn State, or is it just like a family kind of thing?
No, it was just a hat I grabbed for making videos.
Welcome to Philly. Everybody just happens to have
People
a
ask
Penn
me
State
all the
hat.
time. They're like, "Oh, if you
Yeah.
didn't have that hat," I'm like, it's just a hat for a video.
And then in a month, it'll be a different hat. I get it.
Yep,
Totally understand.
once it gets all dirty or beat up, I'll get something new.
That makes sense. Tons of sense. The other thing I've noticed too is you must have a job that you have to get to early most of the time. Because I'll be up West Coast time. I'll be like, I don't know, 1:32 in the morning, and I'll go into TikTok, and you'll have a brand new TikTok up, and I'll be like, did he just post this on the East Coast at 4 a.m.? Wait, what's going on? I'm like, he must get up early.
I get up around 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I'll get up a little earlier by mistake. You wake up and who wants to go back to sleep for the last hour before your alarm goes off? Because I did it the other day. I thought I had an hour and a half, and I laid down before I knew it, my alarm was going off. I'm like, I literally just fell asleep. Like, what's the point?
No, I get that.
So sometimes I'm like, well, I'll fool around and make a video.
It's so funny. It makes sense too, because I normally post stuff right before I go to bed or right when I wake up. So, and you got that draft. Speaking of which, how many drafts do you have going? How many drafts do you have going? Professor 80. And I often talk about this. You have 80?
Yeah, 8.
Wow. What about you, Professor? Where are you at these days?
A lot of them aren't actually done. They're just songs and audios that I want to do.
Okay.
That I didn't want to lose in my favorites, because I do that constantly.
So, for anybody listening,
yes. Yeah, don't ever delete the app, because all your drafts will go.
Gone.
I already lost 75 when my phone did a factory reset a month or so ago.
So, I feel so bad for you.
Yeah, I had close to 20 drafts ready to post.
Oh.
And
factory reset?
It did a factory. Yeah, it did an update and then froze. All it had was the Apple symbol on it, and the only way to get it to fix was the factory reset. So 20 completely finished videos, at least 15 transitions.
Oh man, that I would have taken a month off. I would have taken time off. Yeah, for sure.
I couldn't. I had to start remaking videos.
Yeah, I get it. You got to just jump right back on. But yeah, we've been talking about it recently because I Dream of DZ got really mad. There was about a month and a half, 2 months ago. It might have been a little bit longer. They deleted, I don't know, 2 million songs, something like that.
Yeah.
She had 200 drafts plus that audio was gone. I was like, I don't even have 200 drafts.
No.
She said that she had 1,200 total. And I was like, my head just exploded. And we're like, what kind of phone does she have? We want that phone.
Right.
1,200 drafts? Please.
Yeah, I lose drafts already with having 80, trying to figure out where the one that I was working on is. Because I'll go back here and there to videos from maybe I haven't worked on it in a week. Maybe I've done 3 months already when I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't worked on this in 3 months. Where am I? And I can see okay, this is this time, and this time of the year that I worked on this video and then finally decided to post it.
I get that completely. Yeah. TikTok has bad organization, to say the least. I use favorites a lot. I use hearts sometimes. But yeah, finding what you found a week ago could be almost impossible.
It's so hard, yeah.
It's impossible. I think I've gone through just trying to like the video to save it, putting in my favorites. I mean, I've gone through every idea. Now it's adding them to drafts. And now I'm losing them in drafts.
I do the same thing. And then you lose them in drafts. Well, I'm lucky. I can only have 7 or 8 drafts, so I'm good. But no, I do the same thing. So if I come across a song I like or a TikTok I like, I heart it, I favorite it, I go to the song, and I favorite the song. And then if I'm really crazy, because I have one in my drafts right now, exactly like you said, I'll record a blank video or a video with like an image or something of that song so that I can go back to it later, which is what you were just talking about. So that's so funny. So funny.
Yep.
Well, I think we've sucked his brain for as much information we're getting. So let's hop into another story.
Yes, let's do it. Ooh, this one, we're going to go to Japan.
Yes, we're in Japan now. Behold, Burger King Japan's new Ugly Burger, which actually looks pretty damn tasty.
It looks fantastic. Scroll down a little bit so you can see it.
Oh my Lord. What,
so it looks
chicken?
like a... Yeah, so it looks like it's a cheese bagel.
Yes.
With lettuce, bacon, pickles, and
mayonnaise.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Like a fried chicken.
That looks amazing.
It looks fantastic.
It does.
Yeah, keep on scrolling down. There's so much more.
Oh, can't wait. Ooh,
there's more.
Here we go. Whoa, what's that?
No, keep on going. Keep on going.
Oh, keep on
that one sucks. Yeah, there you go. So you got the ugly chili burger and the ugly beef burger.
Sign me up.
Right?
That is insane.
I hope it comes here.
Me too.
And there's one other one that's really weird.
Keep going down.
But I would eat it. It's a fake burger.
The fake burger. I like that.
It has fries and it has chili sauce on it. It looks
fries,
good.
Chili sauce, cheese, or is that mayonnaise?
Yeah. I don't know.
A burger roll.
Either one, I'm fine.
That's genius. That's so funny and smart and cheap. I think $290.
Right.
Check it out, people. That's insane. It's okay. So what we're looking at is called the fake burger, and instead of a burger, they have French fries and chili sauce and a burger roll, and they call it the fake burger. And then the other
ugly
ones,
burgers look freaking good.
They do.
Those look good.
Yeah, sign me up. Well,
I don't eat fast food, but that definitely looks good. I don't. I haven't had fast food in years.
Wow.
What?
What about soda?
So,
do you drink soda?
No, I don't drink soda.
Whoa.
What?
What's your drink of choice?
Water.
He's like whiskey.
Water. Yeah, whiskey.
Water, beer, coffee.
Okay, so here's the question. Do you like Yingling, or do you love Yingling?
I used to love Yingling.
Okay.
Until I started gaining a lot of weight and feeling fat every time I drank like 2 of them.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get that. Well,
but they are really good. I like them once in a while. I'll grab them. I get nostalgic. I'll want one.
Yeah, I like it on draft, which you can't get here. And I like black and tan
California.
In the 16-ounce can. We used to call them pounders, black and tan pounders by Yingling. They're awesome, but I can't get either. So that's why I was laughing. And I get the weight gain every single time. Yingling, man.
They're good, but filling.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. And you're right by the factory, or closer than most people. Because in Pottsville, and you're not that far from Pottsville. Let's be honest.
I think it's about an hour, maybe less.
By California standards, that's a commute. That's a commute to work.
Yep.
In California, since I grew up in California, I would make it a goal to date someone that lived an hour away, so I wouldn't see them at my grocery store.
Yes,
so,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
You show up at the grocery store. I guess I am available today.
Right. Yeah, I know. But if they're an hour away, it's like you got traffic to deal with, so that could turn into 3 hours, and you're good.
Yeah, welcome.
And
to
that's
traffic.
still close. Yeah.
Yes. That is the major difference between traffic here in LA and traffic anywhere else.
You're like, it's an hour away,
insane.
but it's truly an hour away. Yeah. Not like...
No, it's so
ooh,
true.
Traffic.
It's 60 miles away, 1 hour. It says it all the time. 60 miles, 1 hour. It's the only place in the country where 60 miles is an hour. Doesn't matter. Everywhere. And everything's 60 miles away.
And in California, when you're like, it's an hour away, you're like, oh, so it's only like 10 miles away. And you're like, yeah, it really is.
That's Redondo.
Yes.
Yeah. First time I went to Redondo, because I live in Pedro. So first time I went to Redondo, my girlfriend said, oh, it's right down the street. 45 minutes later, my head's exploded out the side of my head. I'm super mad. I'm furious. She's like, dude, it's just down the street. Jump forward 6 months.
It was probably like, we got here 15 minutes before I would. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm apologizing to her about a year later because I'm like, you're right. That is the closest place to our house, 45 minutes away. And the other thing is the road sign. The road sign got me. So we were driving, and the road sign was probably about 14, 15 feet high by about 20 feet wide. And it just said, road constantly moving. Enter at your own risk. This road is unsafe. I almost locked the brakes up. I was like,
but here's the difference. Because I went to like California to West Virginia, and now I'm Kansas.
Right.
California, you have to speed up to get onto the freeway. Like you have to go the same exact speed. It's not like, ooh, I'm going to go slow.
No.
And then when I get on the freeway, I'm going to speed up. Yeah, no one will let you in.
No, ever.
So in West Virginia, people would be like at a complete stop, and I'd be like, what are you doing? You got to go to get on the freeway. Like you can't just look and then be like,
but
okay, it's fine.
It says yield. Yeah. I'm yielding.
Yeah. No.
So funny. So horrible. So funny.
Yep.
We've come to that time in the show. You ready for it?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It is now that time in the show where we react to your TikTok videos. If you would like us to react to your videos, please email us at tpshow@gmx.com. Oh my god, you to stop fooling around. You have reactions to do.
She doesn't know us very well. All we ever do
no,
is
and she wants a raise too. Like, what the hell?
I know. What's that all about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Fire her? Let's recast this role.
Really?
Have you heard about that stuff, by the way? Amber Heard about that stuff yet? Sorry. Insider entertainment news. For anybody that's listening, Johnny Depp.
We don't live in California.
Exactly. Johnny Depp just got fired from Fantastic
Beasts. Yep.
Yes. And Amber Heard, which is the reason he got fired, everybody has a petition to get her fired from Aquaman. Now, the difference is this. Amber Heard is under normal, you're not really a star contract. I mean, she's a star, but she's not Johnny Depp.
Right.
His contract, the way it's written, he did one scene. They have to pay him the whole thing. The whole enchilada. Can you imagine that? Show up for like 6 hours of work. Heck, 24 hours of work. And then they give you your full paycheck for an entire year. It doesn't sound like a bad deal to me.
No, I like it.
No, it sounds pretty good.
I mean, yeah, it sucks that he beat her.
Oh,
beat his wife. And so.
No, I don't think he beat her in the least. Or if he did, it was like she was hitting him and he hit back.
Yes.
That's the way I see that story. I haven't heard the story any other way. Like, they're like, Johnny Depp, the wife beater. What about Amber Heard, the husband beater? I mean, that's what the story was, is that she was literally beating him. And he's like, stop. And then he starts, like, throwing punches back. And then he's a wife beater.
And I hear that he spends $30,000 a month on wine. So
that's a good
add
investment.
that to the mix.
No, that's a good investment.
He drinks it all.
No.
You don't think so? You don't think he's constantly drunk? Like
maybe, but I also think he's
How could he
building up
not
a library. Well, okay.
Okay.
I'll use cigars. If he had a cigar habit, he'd be buying boxes of cigars, and he'd be smoking one or two and giving some to his friends. So I'm thinking he's buying like 30 cases of wine, and maybe drinking 10.
I get it.
Now, there's an interesting question. Beer, wine, or hard liquor? Which one? Which one for you?
Beer.
Beer?
Hard liquor. Whiskey.
Okay. Mine is hard liquor, and it's between expensive vodka and Jägermeister. I'm not quite sure, but I don't really drink as much anymore. Like, I'm more 420 friendly than anything else. That's why it's hard to move. Like, I don't think if I ever move, I'm going to be happy about it. Because California is like... So, in California, it's legal to buy weed when you're 21.
100%. Yeah.
But if you're 18, you can get a script from your doctor, and then you can get weed. Dude, if I was 18 and they were like, you can buy liquor if your doctor gives you a script, I'd be like, welcome, doctor. I need a script. Who's not going to do that? I don't know. It's just weird to me. Now, what about your states? Pennsylvania, I think it's medically legal. And Missouri? You're in Kansas?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, Missouri.
Yeah, we just opened our first dispensary.
Wow. I do know when I was visiting friends in Pennsylvania, it's different than here in the fact that everything is state controlled, like the liquor is. So there's a barcode, and then you have a barcode, and then they barcode the two together. So, like, if a cop was to find weed somewhere, they'd just scan the barcode and go, oh, well, I guess this is Rich's. We'll either return it to him or arrest him. We're not sure yet.
Oh.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah,
well, in California, they're getting rid of the way they used to have it. So when you would walk into a place here in California before, take the largest mason jar you've ever seen. Have you ever seen those big, like 4-gallon pickle jars? Like ginormous? Fill that with weed. Repeat times 10. And that's what you'd be. What you'd see. You'd walk in, you'd be like, could I have jar number 4? And they'd pull it out. They'd let you smell it, whatever. Then they take out handfuls and weigh it. That's all going away. They're having to weigh and measure everything. So you walk in and I don't know. It reminds me of like an Ulta. Have you ever been to like the high-end cosmetic stores? That's what it's like. It's like instead of trying on blush, they're like, "Oh, you want to try this vape pen?" Not really. I kind of want to drive. What's going on? The other thing that I've never understood is at the liquor stores in Pennsylvania, they'll do this around the holidays. They'll have tastings. You'll come in, and they do it in California too. Drive to a liquor store, drink, I don't know, 10, 12 samples, hop back in your car and drive home. That seems like a recipe for disaster. Like, who thought that made sense at all? Period.
It doesn't. No.
We have a drive-through beer distributor.
Exactly.
You have a drive-through beer? That's awesome.
Blue Mall had that.
You pull right through, you lock your trunk, they throw your case in, and you can pay without even getting out of your car.
Yep. I've got a lot of respect for Pennsylvania, though. They take their beer seriously. So, like, when you go to a beer distributor, they don't screw with the beer. Like, they don't put it in a refrigerator, pull it out of the refrigerator, put it back in the refrigerator. They make sure that it stays at a specific temperature, period. Because
they either have it on the floor or you get it out of the cooler in the summer.
Yep.
And
but it's
in the
never
winter,
skunked.
You just walk right in and grab it.
Yep.
Say right there off the floor.
Yep. Or go into the cooler, like you said. The last 4 beers I've had here in California, all skunked. Nasty. Like, I had a Heineken the other day. Heinekens are super smooth. No, this sounded like... This tasted like I was chewing a chew. It was so bad. That's because they don't care. They take
they don't.
In and out of the refrigerator all the time. And when you ask them, they're like, because it's a guy that's working at a grocery store. Like, he gives a crap. He's got like zero care. Like, if you go to a guy in Pennsylvania, their beer distributors, they know so much about beer, your head hurts. Oh, that's only 6.2. You might want to get the 8.2. That'll get you drunk quicker. Of course, you might want to go with the 4.2 because it tastes better. Like, what are you even talking about? I just want the beer that gets me drunk that tastes good. Get me that one. That should be the whole aisle. So, finally,
there's an aisle full of IPAs.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks for mentioning that. Freaking IPAs. Here in California, for anybody that doesn't know, microbreweries are like everywhere, and nobody knows how to make anything but an IPA. It's the only thing they make.
Right, 100%.
IPAs, and that's where I first had the sour beer, which tastes just like the seltzers.
Yes.
Sorry.
I don't know why beer went seltzer. They just need to stop.
I don't either. I don't know.
I get wine coolers doing it, or like Zima, but beer, no.
You know what it is? It's the beer with the lemon in it, and the orange in it, and this in it, and that in it. So they just said, skip putting anything but seltzer in it. We just give them what they want.
I guess. Yeah.
So is this the?
Ooh.
I have it on the screen.
Ooh, this is the cosplay of the week.
Cosplay of the week. And it says original sound. Can we play it?
Yep.
What a nice boat. Do you want it back?
Yes, please.
You look like a nice boy. I bet you have a lot of friends.
3. My brother's my bestest.
Where's he?
In bed. Sick.
I bet I could cheer him up. I'll give him a balloon. Do you want a balloon too, Georgie?
Nope.
I'm not supposed to take stuff from strangers.
Oh, well, I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown. Pennywise? Yes, meet Georgie. Georgie, meet Pennywise. Now we aren't strangers, are we? Hiya, Georgie.
But,
so
okay.
Creepy.
I mean, it's awesome. If Pennywise looked like that, I don't know if I would refuse it. I'd be like, sure, where's the balloon? Like, where are you going?
The one thing I noticed was it seemed like the blood on her teeth changed throughout the whole thing. Like, if you watch just her teeth, it's like almost like she has a blood delivery system, just shooting extra blood out.
I think she has like a
teeth.
capsule that she probably chewed or something like that right before. Yeah.
Super creepy. That's the part that sold it for me, was the teeth.
Yeah, the teeth. Just like, that's what sold it. And her eyes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Her eyes are like...
So people that are listening to the podcast, first,
have
come watch
no
us on
freaking
YouTube.
idea.
You're missing everything. Secondly...
What are you doing?
The cosplay TikToker of the week is a Pennywise that is... How would you describe that besides super creepy and awesome?
You just described it.
Yeah, super creepy and awesome.
Super creepy, awesome.
So funny.
Now, Brian, do you do any... I haven't seen any cosplay from you. You like steer clear of it?
I haven't tried it yet, so I haven't been creative enough to think of anything.
Gotcha.
That makes sense. I mean, my cosplay is wearing a hat and sunglasses, so I'm the worst person to ask.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't been following the shows, Tig has this thing with his eyes, like nothing can go like anywhere near his eyes. Like it is, no.
Okay, so backstory on that, because Brian's like, what? I had eye surgery when I was 4, and they had to drop basically battery acid into my eyes to keep it from getting infected, like every 3 to 4 hours. So whenever people start screwing with their eyes, either contacts or Visine or whatever, my eyes, I just start tearing immediately. Do not pass go. So cosplay for me, no eye makeup. So cosplay is kind of useless, to say the least. So the next one, what is the next one, Professor? It is
the next one
versus deer.
Man versus deer.
That is loud.
Oh, yeah, but you got to see that from the start.
Yes. Ooh. Give me 1 second. Rewind. I turned the audio down because it's so loud. Holy mackerel.
Right?
What? We're going to hit the rewind on that again. Okay.
Oh, a couple times, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Guy comes flying down, and then the deer comes flying out of nowhere. What?
I was like, this is the best transition video ever.
It does look like a transition video because it's a guy coming down the hill, slides in front of the truck, and then a
And then
deer
you
pops
just see
out.
a deer. Oh,
Oh, that's so funny. That's my parents' street.
right.
No, okay. Brian's got to back me up on this. Pennsylvania has way too many deers. Way too many deers.
Yes.
Like everywhere. So I was driving down my parents' street, I don't know, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. I was driving home. And I'm driving, and I see like an 8-10 point buck hop in front of my car. I didn't have time to stop. There was nowhere to steer. So I was just like, okay, I'm dead. I just kept driving. I mean, I let off the gas a little, but there wasn't much I could do. Luckily, he was just stopping, and then he bounded through. But so many people I know don't have that luxury. They were driving, deer.
I think I know about every person I know has been hit by a deer, hit a deer.
Yep. And black ice.
Yeah, definitely black ice. I actually seen a deer the other day, 4 in the afternoon. I was coming through town. They were in someone's yard eating. 4 in the morning, or 4 in the afternoon, just sitting there in town.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to let my dog out. He totally wants to go out. Look at that.
Sounds good.
He's just like, I'm interrupting the show because I need to go out.
The stupid show makes it so I can never go. No, it's crazy. Pennsylvania and deers is like nutty fruitcake. It's so hard to describe people. Like, when I tell people there's a lot of deers, they're like, oh, well, that's good because they don't want to kill Bambi. But I'm like, you clearly don't know the damage that a deer does to a car. I mean, the only good thing...
Oh, deers and cars, yeah, no.
They don't mix.
The
only good thing
is you hit the deer. The deer will run into the side of your vehicle.
Yes.
While you're driving, they will come out of nowhere, boom, into your side panel.
Yep.
The only good thing is it's an act of God. So I've seen people like at deer accidents, literally taking deer fur and jamming it into the actual indents and into the car itself, so that when the insurance inspector showed up, he couldn't be like, oh, that happened some other way. Because they literally will deny the claim. They're like, oh, we can't prove that it was a deer. Dude, why would I lie about that?
Right?
He almost died. So funny. So that was man versus deer. Do we know if he survived?
I mean,
he looks like
I have
he
no
might be
idea.
dead. Yeah.
The man
Okay,
or
so
the
next-
deer? Which one?
Yeah, both. Speaking of which, when is deer season? No, I'm just kidding. Deer season, I think, just started.
Now?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's about now. That's why the deer are so bad right now.
Right. Because
I'm all out of the woods.
Yeah, they leave where they live because they don't want to get killed and go kill people wherever they don't live.
Right.
Stupid.
And deer sometimes too, like my kids, I remember when we were in West Virginia, they're like, oh, look, they're deer. Let's go up to them. I'm like, do not go up to deers. No. You just stay away. Because they would get close and the deer, the deer would stand up on the back legs. And I'm like, you run. Like, they're stupid. You just run. Like,
More importantly, No. More importantly, 2 words. First, my nickname and the word deer. Deer.
Yeah,
tick.
ticks and deers. Yeah.
No.
Ugh. No.
Lyme.
And there's those
disease.
zombie deers too. Zombie deers are real.
Oh,
100%.
wow.
Yeah.
Yikes. Zombie deer.
Yeah, you can look that up right now. Zombie deers is a real thing. Yeah.
Zombie deer. I'm scared now.
Yeah.
Scared.
It's like, yeah. And you can even, there'll be plenty of pictures. Zombie deers are real.
What?
It's like what
Zombie
Cujo had.
deer.
Like
Yes.
rabies.
Oh my gosh, they look super creepy too. Zombie deer.
Yes, look at that thing.
Look at the eyes. They're like white. They've got.
It's just a matter of time before that bites someone, and then we have The Walking Dead. And
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, we've already prepared for the apocalypse.
Yep.
We just don't wear masks.
I'm ready.
So, this next one is called. Oh, we all need this.
We all need
and
this.
It is so true. Okay, Here we go. Let me see if I can do this all in one swell foop.
I'm sure you can.
There it is. Too freaking loud. I gotta get that audio fixed. But for those of you, I want this. For those of you at home, holy crap. It's a VR system with an entire car rig. Like an entire car rig. He's got a steering wheel, he's got a hand brake, a hand clutch, and it looks like he has foot stuff too. And the entire car is reacting to his movement. So it's going up, it's going down, it's going left, it's going right. And he is literally doing like a VR slalom course game. It looks so real too. Like they've got a picture of the video. Video games today look more real than real.
Yep.
That is insane. It's funny though. Did you know there's a professional race car driver that started on a rig just like that? Like he would spend 10, 12 hours a day in a rig like that to get ready for races before he got
that's cool.
The real expensive car. That's just nutty. How much do you think that rig costs? Because I'm looking at it going, holy crap.
4,000, 5,000.
Yeah. Okay. We're all on the same page. I was just looking at it going, damn. Man.
I just want to do donuts.
So
that's all I want to do. Just donuts. Put me in a parking lot. Just do donuts. That's it. That's it.
I like how the windshield wipers go. Like that makes a big difference.
Yeah, can someone please spray water in my face as I'm going through a puddle? Like, please.
Oh, that's too funny. Oh, man. I've wanted one of those rigs for a while. I didn't know it got that complicated. Like, I wanted the steering wheel and the foot pedals, but this motion-controlled seat, that's just unbelievable.
It's awesome. Imagine like a Star Wars game or something in space. Like where you're flying a spaceship. That'd be pretty cool, too.
I would totally like that. That'd be amazing.
Like the old Star Fox.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's put Star Fox on there. Yes.
Well, so I was watching something about VR the other day. It was like the different types of VR people. The people that play Beat Saber and only play Beat games. People that play the shooters. And there's this one VR game from like 3 years ago where you fly through space and you mine stuff. And I forget the name of the game, but they say there's a whole group of people that are like in their 50s and 60s that found that game. They don't play anything else. They just fly around space. Like that's their thing. They just fly around space.
Yeah.
Sign me up for flying around space.
I mean, Half-Life did a new chapter with VR.
Yes. And we were talking about that last week. VR makes games so much scarier and creepier.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
And I know you know this, but the BTS expansion pack came out for Beat Saber. Have you played Beat Saber by any chance?
No.
Okay.
I've seen it on TikTok all the time.
I always see Asian girls crushing that game. Like crushing it. Like they're full on dancing and playing the game. I can barely even move. There's no way I could be good at Beat Saber. But these kids are like amazing. So when I saw that BTS was coming out with an expansion pack, I'm like, they're going to make $1 bazillion on that expansion pack.
Well, yeah.
$1 bazillion.
Especially if schools go back to homeschooling.
Oh, yeah.
Because of Corona. So that's all what they'll do.
Yep, exactly. That's all I'd do all day.
Yep.
Well, think about it, too. Quest 2, $299. That's it. That's the entry level.
Yeah,
you can buy the more
that's it.
expensive for $399. And from what I hear, you have to add some accessories to make it even better. So maybe another $150, $200. But you're still a couple $100 less than a PS5 or the new Xbox. I mean, come on. I mean, that's a bargain if you ask me. And you can play it anywhere. You're not limited to the room that you set up all the different sensors and stuff. So, I don't know. The only bad thing with Quest is Facebook. And that's not me saying it. That's everybody getting mad at Facebook because you have to have a Facebook account to have Quest. It's just required now, which doesn't seem right. It seems wrong. Talk about Punch-Out.
Ooh,
this one looks insane. Here we go. See,
all right.
It up. And there we go.
Ooh, we're on VR. Yeah. Oh!
That is crazy. No!
Oh.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch it more than once.
I watched it a couple times. It looks like a dad playing VR, and the daughter is just like going in the room, and he's doing some like Mike Tyson Punch-Out type of a game, and he hits her in the head and knocks her the F out. Like that's it. She's done. Like if it was UFC, like they called it like you're done. Yeah. Like
I like the feeble attempt. By the parent to stop it. I got to put it up one more time.
Yeah, but she was scared too. If you looked at it, she was like, "Oh, no, I'm not getting close to him."
But you know what? You're a mom. You basically grab her and body block him. Yes. I mean, anybody that's played hockey knows how to throw a hip check.
Something.
You got to do something. Stop! Something. Knocked the little kid out. Also,
completely.
He's gonna punch his screen. It's just a matter of time.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, I can't watch this anymore. So hard to watch. Beating up small children. Not high on my list of things I've ever wanted to do. Ever. Oh.
No.
Oh. Speaking of VR. Well, we were talking about the way... Okay, so last week we were talking about Wii, which was VR before VR was out. Meaning you could interact with a screen. Show the audience.
I'm too lazy.
How you would play Wii, Professor.
All right.
This is my favorite part.
This is me playing Wii.
Bowling. Yeah, what are we playing? Anything.
Oh, we're bowling? I got to go underhand.
We're bowling.
Basketball?
We're playing tennis. Okay, now we're switching to tennis. Tennis.
Yep.
There we go.
All right, we got it. Yep.
Me,
I don't like to stand up and play video games.
Me, by comparison, I gave myself tennis elbow playing Wii tennis. What about you, Brian? Did you?
I would probably be leaning back and.
Oh yeah.
Yep. That's it.
That's it. That sums it up.
That's what you do.
Yeah, feet up. Bowl of chips next to me.
It's funny because I want VR to do something similar. I want to watch a movie on a really big screen without having to have a really big screen. Meaning I just sit there in my living room in a car. I don't care. Put the VR glasses on and then I have a big giant screen. That would be awesome to me. I mean, the image quality isn't quite good enough yet, but it's better than spending $3,000 on a big giant screen and then a place to put it. So, products you might need. This is the next one.
Yes.
People. This is classic too. I can tell already. So, let's get this going.
Products I have found on the internet. Oh, I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm so bored. Good thing there's nice balls.
Nice balls! I need those.
Things under your desk and away when you're stressed. So relaxed.
That is classic. That is a nice set of balls, and I should know.
Don't you hate getting caught? This is a credit card.
Oh, damn. Damn,
It's a
Granny.
credit card knife. Holy
Damn,
crap.
Granny.
Oh,
Tired of being out of shape and doughy?
I sure am.
Just get one of these bodysuits. Wow. You look great.
I feel great too.
That's classic.
oh. Oh, the
Coolest
balls are
products
my
on the
favorite part of
internet.
that one.
Yeah, the balls are the best. The balls. I don't know what to do with my hands. I need balls.
Balls.
Nice balls. I like the suction. Nice balls. Squeezing them under the table. That's so wrong.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
right.
God.
So wrong.
Oh.
Now, what's funny is, have you guys ever had a credit card multi-tool? Like, it's not a knife. This is a knife. That's not a
I've
knife.
seen them.
Okay.
That's not the knife.
I used to have a credit card multi-tool. I literally sliced my hand every time I used it because one of the sides was just a knife. It was like an edge. And so you pull it out. It had a bottle opener on it, which would
like
cut
a
you because
screwdriver,
you would,
yeah.
Yeah, it had a screwdriver, which you would cut yourself because of the knife.
Mhm.
Everything on the
Yeah.
whole multi-tool. Every single time. Now, have you guys ever had a tool that you're like, I keep hurting myself with this thing. Why do I even have this? Like a Dremel or some kind of saw? Do you guys have any kind of experience with this?
Bryan might. It looks like he's doing that.
Yeah, pretty much every tool I use.
I love that answer. Now, do you have a favorite like injury or story about injury? Like I was doing this and the next thing you know, this happened?
No, not really.
Okay, so
No-
here's a
normally
different one.
they,
What was the biggest injury? Like sent you to the hospital kind of thing. Do you have anything like that?
Tattooed my face with an air compressor.
Oh,
Wait, excuse me?
that just sounds
Tattooed
bad.
my face with a pneumatic air compressor.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
I
Did it
was
slip?
disconnecting the hose
Yeah.
and someone thought that it wasn't turned off, and they ran over and thought they were hitting the off button, hit the on button as I was turning the hose, and it flew off, hit me in the chin, sprayed oil all over my face.
Oh my God. I would have so
Yeah,
punched
that
that guy twice. Oh man. Oh, please tell me he wasn't the boss. Please tell me he was some
No.
lackey. Oh, thank heavens.
He was a temp, yeah.
Good.
He didn't
no.
know.
oh,
Like if it's a
The
boss.
make it.
machine he thought was on was the one behind him. That he's like, oh, it's on. I heard noise.
Oh. Welcome to being a temp. Get out.
Yeah, I
No,
had
the
to go to
reason
the
I-
doctor, and
I can
they
imagine.
didn't
Yeah.
know what to do. They gave me a shot of penicillin and
Send you home.
told me to go home.
Now,
Yeah, some
you said it was a
shot of-
tattoo. Let's see the tattoo.
That's
Like, is it permanent?
It pretty much just got the top layer and flaked
Oh,
off.
okay. Okay, it faded.
That's what they classified it. That it blew the oil and dirt underneath the top layer.
Oh.
And I went to a plastic surgeon. He just said, get like a hard sponge. It's on the top layer, so.
No, it's just funny when a doctor's like, I just scrub it off.
I
It'll
don't
be fine.
Yeah.
Like, if you come back, I can sand it. And I'm like, I don't want to sand my face.
Like,
You never want to hear a doctor using
Right.
hardware. Like, I'm going to drill. Doctors and drilling? No, I don't want that. I really don't. I'm going to sand it.
no,
I'm going to get a grinder out.
but see, you're probably
No.
from a small town where he's like, you got to go to Bob, where he's at the beer store. You don't want the 5%. You want the like 10%. And then after you get that, that's when you take the scrubber, and then you start.
It gives you
Let him
three
know that the
different-
doc sent you. He'll give you a coupon. Yeah. You don't even
You
have to
should-
get out of the car. Just open your trunk.
gives you three different grits. Start with this one. Do this for 10 minutes. Do the next one for 10 minutes, and then the third one
Finish
for 5
with the
minutes.
110.
Right?
It's horrible.
You
So
know,
true,
the
though.
one off Highway 78.
Well, that's another truism when you're in a small town. You know that you're in bad shape when they say, we got to send you somewhere. Like, if they can't treat you, oh, crap. Now where am I going?
Right.
See, don't really go to the doctor, so when I hurt my arm, didn't want to go.
No, I get
they
it.
just give you bad news.
Yeah, they help you as much as they can. Let's be honest.
Oh.
They're practicing.
Gorilla glue and duct tape was the same they were going to do.
Yeah. Well, fun pro tip for anybody in the studio audience. Back in the Civil War, whenever they would have a cut, they would use honey as the antiseptic. So instead of using like Bactine or iodine, they would just take honey and they'd put honey on it. And honey, believe it or not, is really good for cuts and stuff like that. So
Antibiotic in it.
Yep. That's why honey lasts forever. Like, honey doesn't go bad. It's one of the few things that doesn't go bad. Like, oil will go rancid, food will mold, honey just crystallizes, and then you just heat it up, and you're good to go.
That's it, yeah.
Okay, next TikTok. Make this happen. See if I can get this right.
You already know what this one is.
Being run over by a car. What do you think's gonna happen? Is it strong enough?
That's an implant.
So, holy crap. You mean those aren't real? There's some kind of implant going on there? I am shocked.
My God.
Holy mackerel. Oh,
because
the implant
we've
exploded.
talked about it so many
Yes,
times
we
on
have.
this show. You don't get implants
No. If you're going to get an implant, get saline. Back in the day, it used to be silicone. And funny enough, I have silicone balls. But
Wait, excuse me? You
I have
what?
silicone balls.
Wait,
I do.
Wait,
I have a purple one. I have a green one. But they're packed.
Wait,
somewhere.
what?
I do. They're called sillies, oddly enough.
I'm sure they are. That's what you nicknamed them? You're like,
No.
the sillies
Like when you go,
and I.
No, when you go to a juggling convention, people will be juggling sillies. Like, that's the thing. And normally they're in their own little section because silicone balls bounce like crazy. It's like a Super Ball, almost worse actually. And so when they bounce the wrong way, they'll just take off. And if you're in a gymnasium, like you're like juggling clubs or whatever, and all of a sudden a silly will come flying by your head. So they almost always put the silly jugglers in a cage almost. It's like, you know those baby cages? That's what they use. They put them in like a baby cage. I don't know why she's so upset, by the way. Let's be honest.
I don't know.
There's no way that was her size.
Like,
there's no way. It's just not.
But I mean, like, she never needs a TV tray in her life.
No.
Like,
no.
It's just built in.
Yeah, and if she drops any food, it automatically catches it all the time.
Right.
No problem.
All the time. Like,
oof.
Do you think she sleeps on her stomach?
I have a bad enough time with this beard. How does she not sleep? Well, she could sleep on her side, I guess. She can't sleep on her
back.
stomach.
She's
How
not
could
a
she sleep
stomach
on her
sleeper.
stomach?
Yeah.
If she sleeps on her stomach, she's gonna have back problems. And I don't know, man. That just seems big. Big. Like,
I mean, that's too. Like,
I'm just blown away.
Like, if she tripped, like, do they pop? Like, or does she just bounce back up and like?
I was about to say,
just lands on her
she
feet.
would bounce back. She would just bounce back, literally. But here's the question: what job does she have? Like, seriously, what job could she have?
This is Silicon Valley. This is why it's called Silicon Valley.
It's true.
Yes.
Well, no, she has to be in adult entertainment. I'm not trying to typecast her or anything, but like, she couldn't work in an office. All the Karens would be like, "Oh, gotta get rid of her." That only job I can think of. It's the only job I can think of. Well, she could be an eBay reseller. She could do stuff like that. But yeah, that implant is too small. Just far too small. Far too small.
Yeah, that was just.
That one's crazy. That one was
Like-
completely insane.
I was just like, what? What? How? Why do you want that? Like, you
Yeah.
wanted that size? Like, that's a
Right.
thing?
Right.
Like,
Can you get them bigger?
Did you go like,
I want them bigger.
like, Doc, I'm like this size, but I want this. Like,
Well, it's funny. There's a movie. It's called something like Boobs. It was two plastic surgeons from LA that were some of the original implant guys. And one of them was played by Schwimmer from Friends. And literally,
yeah, I think so.
every woman that came in, they were like, well, we could go to C. And they're like, that's it? That's all? Can't go any bigger? Like, what? And so these guys were using the silicone implants, and they were that size. I was like, what?
I mean, those are like weapons when they're that big.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
Have you seen,
like, if
have
someone.
you seen the can crushing? Have you ever seen
I'm
that?
sure she could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for people at home, when women have very large, very voluptuous chests, they can crush cans. Like I've seen tons of women that were like, oh, have you seen this? Ka-quam! And they just take a beer can.
And it makes that same noise. Yeah.
And they just crush it. Done.
Yep.
What would that do to your head, dude? You'd be like,
I don't know.
What did you say to the doctor? How did you get injured flying boob?
And now I just thought, like, she can't sleep on her stomach or on her back because they would go up and they would suffocate her. So she has to be on her side.
Oh, wow. I never even thought of that. She can't sleep on your stomach because that'll blow her back out. She can't sleep on her back.
Gosh.
Because then they'll.
She can't do any roller coasters that have like the security thing that goes down. She can't do any of that.
Never be able to go down ever.
She probably can't wear a life jacket, like a life vest, to go.
Do you know what else
on
would
water?
Be difficult? Are like your normal seatbelt. Like, have you ever seen a person having a problem with the seatbelt? She wouldn't.
Oh
be
yeah,
able to use,
my kids do it all the time. They pull it out too much, and then it has to click back in. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Oh man, so funny. Next,
Whew.
Hit Parade. This one's good, but now I'm.
This one's really good.
But now I'm hungry.
Because I was hungry when I picked this one.
Yeah, no doubt.
Show you how to make a better version of, I don't know, one of my favorite childhood snacks.
Okay, so for everybody listening, not watching, first of all, come to YouTube, check us out. We are making a bagel pizza. He cut a bagel.
Oh my God, yes we are.
He shot oil on top of it, put sauce, cheese, pepperoni, threw it into an oven, and now I'm hungry. Like super hungry.
I am so hungry with that.
That's so good.
And he didn't just get like the and he didn't just get the pepperoni that you can just have that's already sliced. Like he actually is slicing pepperoni.
Yes.
Like from a stick. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because what was it the other day? Kimber, my girlfriend was telling me about. Now I'm mad. Oh, it was taco pizza or burrito pizza.
Yeah,
it's a burrito pizza. And I was like, "That's a stromboli. It's not a burrito pizza.
It is.
It's a stromboli. Like, get it right." But what they did was they took a pizza and then they rolled it in a burrito or in burrito wrapper and like recooked it and they put stuff in it and they were like, "This is our burrito pizza." And I'm like, "It's a stromboli. Come on, get it right, people. Get it right." That's the thing I miss. I'm just saying. The one thing that is hard is when you leave an area, you're never getting that food again. I mean, you can get
100%
something like it.
Yeah.
Like you can't get good street tacos, period. Like good try. Once you left California, street tacos are gone, correct? You haven't had a good street taco in the entire time you've been out of California, right?
Yep.
We don't even have them around here.
Right.
Yeah, that's
but
nuts.
I can't get a decent hoagie. I can't get a decent cheesesteak. It's bad. Like,
no, you can't.
Nope. I have Jersey Mike's now. But it's Jersey Mike's. I mean, it's like
for me, it's
McDonald's.
like Kansas City. Like I came here and it's like barbecue. So it's hard for me to get away from barbecue. So,
I
yeah.
love barbecue. Now,
I do too.
speaking of barbecue, do you have what's it called? It's greens, but it's got a special name. Pot liquor. Have you ever had pot liquor? You're like, what?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I mean,
so
I
for
might
anybody
have, but it might
listening,
be called something completely different.
I understand. So what they do is they make greens and it
Mm-hmm.
boils down and it's the liquid in the greens. So they basically give you the liquid and a little bit of greens. So it's more like a soup. But man, is it tasty. It's like amazing. It's one of my favorite barbecue things you can get.
Sounds okay.
Now,
If I could wash it down with like a beer or something, that'd be fine.
Exactly. So regional foods for me here, it's tacos and fast food. Those are regional foods for here, in my opinion.
The one thing from California is Del Taco. I could care
Right.
less about everything else. For me, it's just Del Taco.
That's why I've sent you sauce, because the
Yes.
sauce is the best.
Thank you. It's
So-
appreciated.
Your regional food is barbecue, right? That's what you were saying?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Brian, what's your regional food? Because you're between Philly and a spot that has a slightly different regional food. So
Well, Stroudsburg would be the closest in Allentown. But we have pasties and pierogies.
a lot of Polish people. Yes?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Pennsylvania Dutch, Polish, Italian.
Yeah.
Here's one. Professor, have you ever had shoe fly pie? Question mark.
Nope.
What about you, Brian?
I've had it, yes.
Yeah.
They sell it at the store.
Yeah. That's the answer to the question. Anybody? When someone asks you when you're from the Pennsylvania area or the Philly area, especially near Lancaster and Amish people, they say, have you had shoe fly pie? The answer is yes. And I don't need to have it again. Shoe fly pie, for anybody who's never had it, it's a molasses pie. And the reason it's called shoe fly pie is because you used to put your pies up on the windowsill to get the air, to let the air cool it off. If a fly lands on shoe fly pie, it literally lands and just starts sinking into the pie.
Oh.
Hence the reason shoe fly, shoe. It's literal. Oh. Now, speaking of Amish, are there any Amish foods that you like? Question mark, Mr. Bryan. Mr. Wanamaker.
Not really sure
Yeah.
what would classify as Amish food.
They eat weird food. I mean, it's Pennsylvania Dutch, so it's a lot of like sauerkraut-y kind of stuff. But it's got a twist.
Fine with that.
Whenever I go to Amish country, it's like sort of German, sort of, kind of weird. Shoe fly pie is a good example.
I've had rhubarb pie.
Yeah, that's good.
Really weird, but it's good.
It is
my my stepfather's grandmother and his parents were Pennsylvania Dutch. Every summer they would make dandelion salad.
My girlfriend loves that. Oh, she's gonna kill me. Did you like it?
It was all right. It's weird to eat the lawn.
Yes. Yes. Hey, go pick dinner. Yeah, don't mow it.
No, but
go pick it.
You know, in California,
That
you go
teacher
to
on TikTok would love it. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
right. No, but in California, you have places like Juice It Up or a Juice Stop where it is the front yard, and they'll be like,
It
"Here,
is.
yeah, you just want some grass? We just cut it right now." And you're like,
It's
"No,
true. It's true.
no,
No. Here's a shot of green green stuff.
yeah, that
What is
we mixed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's grass. Yeah,
Yep. Now here's another question then. Follow-up question. Did they speak that odd German mix of it's not German?
They
but it's not.
they did know it. Yes.
Okay.
I didn't pick any of it up, but they used to speak it around me.
No, I get it.
It's weird, but they didn't speak too much of it. They're around each other, just so it's their own little language that no one else knows. So
it's funny that you should say that. My grandmother spoke Spanish fluently, wouldn't teach the kids. That was the language they would talk to each other with. So my grandmother would talk to her sisters in Spanish, but not to the kids. Exactly for the same reason, I'm sure. Like, look at these dumb kids. What are they doing?
Right.
They can talk about you right in front of you, and you don't know.
Yep.
It's the old Bill Cosby thing. Just listen for your name.
Oh, I thought you were talking about some weird pill that he was slipping a drink.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry. You were like, it's the old Bill Cosby thing.
Don't take it from Bill.
No.
What's funny is another Philly tie-in. Just for anybody listening, Temple University and Bill Cosby were like inseparable. When I was a kid, like anytime I'd see a Temple ad, it would be Bill Cosby's face, like every single time. So, and Temple is a huge school in Philly. So, and here we go. Next TikTok. Let's see if I can get this one going.
Ooh. This one's the best hype crew ever.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, sun, high, bum, what you do,
Oh. Yeah, he does it with his mouth. Yeah.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, sun,
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to turn on the
It's okay.
party lights.
This is, by the way, all these are my For You page.
Oh my gosh, really?
So, yeah, this is what I see on my For You page.
Funny
Like,
on every level.
I like see all you guys stuff. Like,
Right.
Tick didn't post for like a month, and then he makes my For You page, and I'm like, how come you only have like 5 hearts? Because you're on my For You page. And then I go, oh, it's for me. This is why. Because it's for me. It's my content that I like to see.
That is by far my favorite thing that I've ever read. When I first got on TikTok and I didn't understand, I'm like, why am I seeing this stuff? Like, are you, what? Huh? And people are like, I want to be on the For You page. I didn't understand how moronic that sounds.
Right.
For anybody listening, the For You page is literally for you. It's not like a headlines page for everybody. So when you're like, I want to be on the For You page.
Right.
For who?
Do you know how many videos I had to like say not interested in with big boobs? Like after I saw that one and like copied the link. Oh my God.
That's Instagram
I was like,
for
nope.
me.
Nope.
Instagram is like hot imaginary Russian models. Like every time that I go into Instagram, they're like, do you want to check out this hot model? I'm like, first of all, not hot. Secondly, not a real person. And third, they don't speak any English. Other than that, it's perfect. It's a guy named Fred.
Yeah.
In the middle of the country.
It is.
Who stole pictures from
Mail him some
Slavic
money.
mall.
He'll send you his sister. Yeah.
Exactly.
You can marry her. Green card.
Exactly.
Yep.
Green card. Okay, last one for the day. Or probably the last one.
Yep, I think so.
Okay.
This is Nope, send it back.
No. I do not want this. Sam, I am.
So they're at a Subway, and the lady making the sandwich is either on drugs, had a hard night, and she is falling asleep as she's finishing the sandwich.
My favorite part is the shaking ability. So she's shaking the oregano or spice mix that goes on top, and she shakes it like twice and then stops, and then she slow-mos and she face plants directly in the sandwich.
At first I was like, is she smelling this? Is she gonna like what is she doing? Like, right?
Kind of doesn't
like, is she looking for something? Like,
yeah, it does. It looks like she's really intent on checking it out, and then at the last minute, you're like, oh no, she's crashing.
Oh no, she just fell asleep. Yeah,
crash and burn.
Yep. I'd be like, excuse me, everybody in the back, like my sandwich is free now, right? Because I need a new one, and you get me a free sandwich.
I'm not eating that. I'm not. Eating that. Listen,
I might just like start taking pictures and doing exactly what this guy did, and be like, can you believe what happened at Subway?
That's insane, though. I mean, and it is Subway. I see the whatchamacallit.
It's 100% Subway. Yeah, the
100%.
Condiments and all that. Yeah.
Well, I'm lucky.
There's
the
honey mustard and the chipotle mayo. Like,
well, no, I can read her
Subway.
shirt too. No. But
yes, and the green
I
hat.
didn't see her shirt the first time. Yeah. No, I was going to say I'm super lucky. I grew up in Philly, so I know a fake sandwich when I see one. And Subway's
a fake
they
sandwich.
got some fake ass sandwiches.
Yeah.
We talked about this in previous episodes. So I guess it was 3 episodes ago. Ireland said that Subway rolls are not bread. They're just not. There's too much sugar in them. They don't count as bread. And then about 5 episodes ago, I was like, there was this time, like 4 or 5 years ago, when Subway got busted for putting shoe into their
like
bread
shoes.
Shoes.
Like recycled shoes.
Recycled shoes
ground up
into the bread to make it go farther. Ew. I knew I hated them, but that just gave me more reason to hate them. But again, I didn't
Jared
know.
made me hate him.
Yeah, and then the Jared thing. Oh, my heavens.
Yes.
Which ties back to the Penn State thing, oddly enough. So.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. No, well, okay. For anybody that's not following this crazy, because it is crazy, Jared at Subway started an organization for little kids because he was a pedophile and he needed, like, donors, I guess. Same thing, exactly to a T, happened at Penn State with the defense coach. He started one of the largest kid outreach programs, and tons of really rich people would donate to him. Come to find out, he was using it like a pond. He would just basically cast his reel and pull in a 12-year-old. And he literally did that for over a decade. And because Joe Paterno knew, his life got ruined. He passed away probably, 6 months or a year after the story broke. NCAA took away everything. Every title, every accomplishment, every achievement, gone. And Bryan can back me up on this, Paterno was God. Like when you were in Pennsylvania and you were like, I'm going to Penn State, Paterno.
Yep.
I mean, when I was growing up, man, that was football. It was Joe Paterno. Joe Pa. True, Mr. Wanamaker?
Yep. Yes, it is. Well, was.
Was. Yeah. And that's a good question. How is Penn State going to come back from that? Like, I haven't been to a game ever, I don't think, but my friends used to go all the time. Since we have the COVID, nobody's going to games. But before COVID, how was turnout at Penn State games? Normal, like meaning stadium packed, or were people kind of
honestly? I didn't really hear too many people talking about going to games after that.
It's weird.
I know people were, but there were a lot of people that when that came out, just it turned them off.
Oh, I get it. I totally get it. Let's be honest. The whole story, I've been watching the Paterno documentary that, is it Scorsese? No. It's one of the two. It's either Martin Scorsese or Bad Grandpa. What the hell? Why can't I remember names? Anyway, he played Paterno, and I'm about halfway through, and Joe is reading the report in the part that I was watching, and he's like, his faces are the best. He like turns the page like, they did what? To who? And his whole thing was, I followed the rules. I told who I was supposed to tell, and they didn't do anything about it. And everybody's like, so let me get this straight. You found out that kids were being diddled, and you filled out a form, and you like turned it in at the
right.
Like, what? But
I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I knew that. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is, and it all ties in, the Boy Scouts of America went into bankruptcy.
Oh my God.
And I guess it was 2 days ago was the last day to file a I got abused form or complaint.
And wasn't there like 50,000 like complaints or something like that? Yeah.
That's exactly what I was about to say. The number of complaints, everybody's head just exploded. And I worked at a Boy Scout camp for 2 years. And I will tell you, I get it. I mean, it was literally 12 to 13-year-old boys to 19-year-old boys just crammed together in a really small-ish space for 8 weeks. And so I could see
like hell.
The hijinks going crazy. And the major malfunction always for me was the Boy Scout leader that didn't have any kids and was like overly excited to be there. Like, I understood, like, if you had a son and you wanted to do like archery and guns, anything to do with the outdoors, Boy Scouts is amazing. And it all kind of lined up. But when you'd come across these troops and it would be like 3 guys that had no kids, but they were way into Boy Scouts, kind of just looked at it like, it's weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Too many red flags. Now, were either of you guys Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, any of that kind of stuff?
I was a Cub Scout.
Sweet. I love Professor. He's like, no.
California.
Yeah, no, my stepfather thought it was good for me. He was former military, so.
Oh, yeah. That makes perfect sense. For me, it was my ability to get out of my parents' house. We've talked about this before on the show, how we were latchkey kids. I got to go away from my parents for 8 weeks. It was like heaven. It was awesome. Of course, as my friends from high school pointed out, I only made 25 cents an hour. So there was that. My personal favorite was we reread the contract because my friends, they're like, wait, you had a contract? I'm like, of course. So they pulled it out. They get their calculator out. That's how calculator sounds.
Yeah, I get it.
Tick. You only made 25 cents an hour. I'm like, wow, that kind of sucks. And then one of my friends went, hold on a second, because I think he became a lawyer later. He goes, hold on a second. You're on 24-hour-a-day call. Let's recalculate. You made 3 cents an hour. So while I was asleep for 8 hours, I almost made a quarter. But yeah, it was crazy. My personal favorite was when the kids would be by the trash cans pouring bleach and ammonia together to see the cloud come up. That was fun. That was always a good time.
Well, you know what? You would have made a lot more if Boy Scouts sold cookies.
That's true. Boy Scouts have had a hard time with that for a long time.
Yeah.
So the most successful troops had probably some of the weirdest things they would do for money.
Yeah, we saw popcorn a lot. I remember popcorn.
Yeah. Well, yeah, popcorn's big, but we'll wait for this one. One of the troops would do your driveway. They had actually bought all the equipment to do your driveway. So they charge you like $5,000. They'd come out and do your driveway in a day. There'd be like 100 Boy Scouts. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Times 2.
Bless you again. Whoa.
Times 3.
Bless you.
Yeah, we got something going on. But yeah, there's no good way for Boy Scouts to make money because Girl Scouts have cookies.
They do.
Do, do, do. Test 1, 2. Stupid iPad.
It's okay.
Stupid iPad. I sneezed and it broke.
Oh
so
no.
We're getting close to the end of the show. And
We
since
totally
I have to
are.
start my lovely iPad, I wanted to find out, Bryan, was there anything that you wanted to talk about while I can't hear you?
Not sure.
Thank you for coming on the show.
I hope you guys are having a good conversation.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, of course. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Not being able to hear me would be better, though. How can I do that?
So, I know, like, in show...
That's the other thing what we should say. This is our last show of the season. I mean, we brought it up
It
earlier
is.
in the show, but we should bring it up
Yeah.
again.
Okay, it's the last show of the season. We're bringing it up again. And you still can't hear me?
I really got to get this technical difficulties worked out.
Yeah.
Thank you already.
I mean, we were thinking too, like a drinking game. Every time something happens on Tick's side, that's a glitch.
Oh.
Like someone takes a shot because it happens so much. Like, yeah.
Okay, I'm finally back. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay. Yeah,
So
no,
what
I was
fun
just
stuff did I
telling about
miss?
your whole history. Yeah, your history from birth to now. You're good.
Sweet. Awesome.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's
Zombies,
all caught up.
Eyes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Girls, college.
Yeah. No, honestly, I was like, we need to make this a drinking game. We've talked about it before. Every time there's a glitch, we have to take like a shot or something. Yeah.
Dude, we'd never make it. I'd never make it through this show. For sure. It'd be a great show, though. So, the alcohol I have in my freezer right now is a potato vodka. Have you guys ever had potato vodka?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Which kind
Yes.
did you have, if you remember, Mr. Bryan?
I don't remember because I eat a lot of potatoes, and it does not mix with potato vodka.
That's funny. You ate a lot of potatoes, but it didn't mix with the potato vodka?
Yeah, it's something about
So it came back up.
getting stronger in your stomach. I'm not sure.
I never thought of that. Oh, it actually makes the other potatoes turn. It's so funny and horrible.
That's not...
Chopin is the potato vodka we've had before, and that stuff is smooth, like super smooth. This one that we just got, I'm going to grab it real quick because I just want to show it to you guys.
Yeah. This is my new go-to. Old Smoky peanut butter whiskey. It is so freaking good. Oh my God. I've been obsessed with peanut butter whiskey, and Old Smoky is so freaking good.
We keep it in the freezer.
They have a salted caramel and a butter pecan, and it is so freaking good.
Are you talking about the whiskey?
Yeah.
It might not be something I want.
Tick. This is my new one.
Oh, wow.
It's
Dude, that's
Old
crazy.
Smoky, and it's peanut butter whiskey, and literally, like, it tastes like you just cracked a peanut and you just ate it. It is so freaking good. Yeah.
These new flavors are so weird to me. This one's the one that I got. It's called Blue Ice. And
It sounds like a really bad Budweiser. Like, Blue Ice. Try it.
You know what's funny is Molson used to have a very similar named alcohol. What was it though? Molson Blue, I guess. But Blue Ice, it's not as smooth as Chopin, but I like it. It's got like this weird end taste. I don't know how to explain it, but it kind of has something at the back of your throat that kind of sticks there. But,
Makes you throw up? Sounds like... Ugh. You're like, it sticks to the back of your throat. I'm like, I don't know.
See, I like the aftertaste, but Kimber, my girlfriend, she's like, ugh. She's like, ugh, I hate that aftertaste. Like, I think it's nice.
Like, there's a difference between like low shelf like drinks and like high end where you don't go afterwards.
Yes.
You're like, oh my God, this sucks. It's like nail polish. Like, what the hell?
Turpentine.
Like, oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Oof,
yes. And I have a thing
you're like, ugh.
where if I know, like if I can taste how bad the alcohol is, I stop, because that's the kind of hangover
100%.
you're going to get. You're going to get like this
Yes.
kind of hangover. And that blue ice, I haven't gotten really hammered on it, but I haven't had a bad hangover either. And so, drinks you won't drink. So start with Professor. Drinks you won't drink. Like, is there alcohol or
anything with coconut? I cannot do anything with coconut. Yeah.
Gotcha. And
like
that includes
Malibu or
alcohols?
something like that.
Yeah.
The
that's what I was gonna
alcohols.
say.
Yeah. Oh.
And what
I'm
about
not
you,
a
Bryan?
coconut dude.
Not a coconut.
SoCo. No more SoCo for me.
No more SoCo.
I get it.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've thrown up that so many times as like through my college years. Yeah.
Last time I tried to do a shot of it,
it came right back up.
I just spit it out. Ugh.
Oh no,
all I
I
could
totally
think about
get
was horrible night.
Yes, I get it.
No, I have certain alcohols. As soon as it hits the back of my throat, it's coming right back out. So
let me explain this. We went through 3 bottles of 100 proof. When I went to buy the second and third bottle, the guy at the liquor store asked if I was drunk, and I said, "Fuck yeah," and he still sold it to me.
Oh, that's so funny. I'd love to blame that on Pennsylvania, but I'm sure it happens almost everywhere. My alcohols are pretty straightforward. No tequila and no malt liquor. And that's just because I will kill people.
Yeah.
Like, there's something about tequila and there's something about malt liquor. Like, I get halfway down a 40 and I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to smash the bottle to kill someone. Like, it literally is that bad. Tequila is different, though. Tequila is like, I got to find a weapon to kill people with, like a knife. I got to knife everybody.
Oh,
Whereas
man.
with, like, malt liquor, it's just straight up stupid violence. Like, I'll just headbutt you, even though I'm going to get knocked back out. It'll be like, bam! And then I'll hit the ground. And the other dude will be like, what was that all about?
Right?
Because I am not a person that likes to fight. I am not a fighter. Period.
Nope, neither am I. Nope.
So, that's so funny. I would talk about weed, but you guys don't have like weed distributors nearby. That's my personal favorite with weed is it's just like wine now. If you go into any weed place, they're literally telling me the nose, the bouquet, and the after flavor of weed. What?
So it's like a weed sommelier or whatever it's called?
Yes. The other thing is that all weed places around here have started hiring just like 19-year to 24-year-old women. And I went in this one place one time and I thought it was a strip club. Like, I didn't understand what was going on. Like, I walk in and all the girls, it was a uniform, I think, but they were all wearing crop tops, like barely crop tops.
So it was like the Hooters of
yes. And almost all of them have that same business model. Like, these days, everything's delivery. So, I mean, it's COVID, so nobody's going anywhere, which is nice. But when people were going places, that's the way it was. And so in Missouri, can you buy beer and wine and stuff at the grocery store? Like
100%, yeah.
Okay. No. Because as Bryan knows, and unfortunately I know, Pennsylvania is completely controlled. They just allowed beer to be sold in grocery stores 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. I mean, when I was a kid, if you wanted to buy beer at a beer distributor, these were your options: cash, a check, or a cashier's check. That was it. You couldn't use a credit card at all. Couldn't use a bank card. Didn't take any of that. I mean, they take it now, but state stores, you can't buy any alcohol you want. You can only buy the alcohol that Pennsylvania has bought and brought in. So if they don't like your alcohol, they don't have it at all.
That sucks.
It's weird. It's really weird. And when I was a kid, it was even weirder because state stores had everything behind the counter on shelves. And when you wanted alcohol, you walked up to a guy, you didn't ask for the alcohol, you asked for the number. You'd be like, could I have 44? Oh, wait. 44A. I don't want 44. 44A. And then they would go into the back and pull out like tequila, my favorite, and then sell you the tequila. It's very weird. The laws have gotten better though. Where can you buy alcohol or beer and wine near you, Brian? Like
distributor and the one grocery store just started doing it 2 years ago.
Yep. That's what I was talking about. And if you want beer after 10 o'clock, got to go to a bar and you got to pay a ton of money, like a ton of money. It's like $20 for a 6-pack. Yeah, it's nuts. Favorite keg beer? Anybody? Do you guys have a favorite keg beer?
Miller Lite.
Miller Lite. It's funny. We used to drink a lot of Miller Genuine Draft on draft. Wait, isn't that redundant?
Right. That's like MasterCard card.
Right. Did you get your MasterCard card?
Right.
So funny. Thank you so much for coming, Brian. I really enjoyed
thanks for having me again.
Yeah,
me too.
I would love to just see a tutorial. And have you ever thought about just YouTube videoing and throwing it up on YouTube? Like one of your live sessions?
I did a live while I was making one.
Right.
So, and I've been doing them for the group chats for SSL.
Okay.
So,
I would love to see that
but
on YouTube.
I'm getting a little more comfortable doing it. They think it's funny to try to make me laugh in the middle of doing them. So they'll just sit there trying to make me mess up.
That's funny. I dig that. That is hilarious.
You can see in some videos, I'll start cracking up out of nowhere, but I'll actually get the part that I was working on and not want to just delete it just because I'm laughing.
Oh yeah, I get that. Now, what's the next genre you're going to try? Because obviously you didn't start with what you're doing now. You evolved over time. So do you have another genre that you want to try?
I haven't thought about it. I figured I still had so much more to learn with transitions, to be honest.
I get that.
And glitching, I don't do as much, and Professor is really good at glitches.
Yes.
So,
thanks.
I
haven't done one in a long time.
Don't come as easy to me, so they take a lot longer than transitions do.
I get that. And you know what? That's one of the biggest things that we've talked about on the show is the amount of time it takes to make a TikTok and how they just horribly flop or they don't do as well as you wanted them to do. So you could spend 2 minutes making a TikTok and it blows up, or you spend 2 days and it flops. And it's like...
Yeah, that's one thing that gets me. I realize I can fly through a video and 5-minute video will do 1,000 views in no time.
Yeah.
And I'll spend 6 hours on something and maybe 200 views.
Yep.
Right.
And
totally get that.
It sucks, but I still enjoy doing it. Like I like my 60-second videos. Yep. They don't get any views, but they're so much fun to actually get that whole time to do something.
I totally understand. And anybody that's listening to this and making TikToks for somebody else, stop. You're never going to make anybody happy but yourself. You need to make TikToks for yourself.
Right.
I tell people that all the time. If you don't like it, don't post it, because if you don't like your own material, why is anyone else going to?
Or here's the other sticky situation, and this has happened to actors. You make something, you don't like it, you post it, it blows up. Now everybody wants you to make the stuff you don't like over and over and over again.
Yep.
It's a really bad situation to be in. It is the end. It's the last show of the season.
It is, yeah.
Anything that you want to add before I hit the final button on the final Xbox controller for the season? Anything? Anything? We didn't have a Stump the Professor this week, but I don't have that button.
We didn't.
So that kind of sucks. But I do have this button.
I don't know.
It's the end of the show button. So.
They might see us again for like a best of show.
Oh yeah.
So
stay tuned for the best of. If you're not subscribed and you didn't like this video, then you're wrong. You did it wrong. You're wrong.
You did it wrong. So, Bryan, just the way that this works is like I'll edit the videos on my free time. I think I don't even know what number's up on YouTube, but we
7,
have
I think
7.
Well,
so this is number
10's also
12.
up as well because 10 was live.
Yeah.
So we've done. This is the 13th show, and we're about 3 weeks behind. 4 weeks behind?
I think so, yeah.
So this one won't be up for about a month. It'll be up right around Christmas. It'll be perfect.
But I'll let you know.
It's one of the reasons we
I'll
started talking about
subscribe to
things
these
that
anyway, so I'll get the notifications.
Yeah,
because it's really funny because we'll talk about news stuff and then people will watch and they'll be like, that happened like
a month
5
ago.
weeks ago. What the hell? Yeah.
So we're thinking
it was new to us when we talked about it.
It was brand new when we were talking. So we were thinking next season we're probably going to be doing live for every show. That was our thought. And the reason being is we talk about PS5s. People are like, they're sold out. Well, they weren't when we were talking about them. Oh, speaking of which, we didn't get any of the Walmart deals, but Walmart's been having crazy Black Friday deals. So one of them was
$88 for a TV.
That was it. That was the one we tried to get. So we had 3 people trying to get the TV, and we logged on. So it was 7 p.m. Eastern. I think that was it. And we logged on, and we all tried to get it immediately. Like it popped up, we pressed the button, sold out. So you go back to the
like
page.
a 55-inch or like $88,
well,
right?
no, it was a 43-inch for $88. And I was like, great deal. Then they said, come back in half an hour. We'll be stocking again. And again, we fell for it again. So we're there, press the button, sold out. We did this 4 times. So 3 people, 4 times, didn't get a single television, not even one. And we were literally there. We were standing in line to get the tickets, and they were sold out. So if you do try to get the Walmart deals, good luck. I don't know how you get them. I really don't. I have a feeling that somebody has some kind of.
I went to Walmart the other day. I saw the TVs.
Oh, you did?
$88? But remember, like,
or they
but I'm in Kansas City, Missouri, so like my Walmart packed is like not even half filled as yours.
That's true. So. That's really true. But we're not going out anywhere now that we've got this surge. I mean, by the time people watch this, hopefully the surge is gone. But 10 days,
it will be.
1 million infected. I'm like, we'll just stay home. And we've had to go to Orange County a lot. Not happy about it. Not happy. But you grew up in Orange County. So for you, it's a different situation. It's different when you grow up someplace than when you move there. You know what I mean? So.
Yep. I saw it being really nice, and I could, as a kid, just ride my bike and not even care, to where it's like, I don't want to go outside. I'm just, I'm done. Like, I don't want to know my neighbors. I don't want to even like, I close my garage. I'm in my house, and then I hear gunshots every night, and it sucks.
Wait, not where you live? Where you live now?
Not now.
Oh, okay.
But that was Orange County.
Oh yeah.
I grew up there. I was like, in the womb, all the way up until like.
It's too funny. In the womb.
32, 33, 34-ish. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No, but you described my area as well. Like you go inside, you close the door.
I described California, Southern California.
Yes. But what we listen for, this is the funniest thing. We listen for the helicopter, but not just the helicopter. We listen for the circle. So if you can hear the helicopter in the distance, you go outside to check, because that means that you might be the center. If you can hear it like right over your house, you're fine, because the circle's somewhere else. But if you hear it in a distance, you run outside and you look up and you're like, oh, crap. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're circling. Oh, no. My house is right in the middle. Uh-oh.
Yep. And then what's Yeah, what sucks is I tell people, yeah, I'm from Southern California. They're like, oh, Hollywood. You like,
No.
I just want to go down there. I'm like, you want to go down where all the homeless people crap like on people's names? Like, that's where you want to go?
So
And
true.
yeah,
They
it's
literally
so
have a
dirty.
place in
Oh.
LA. It's not, this is not a joke. It's literally called Skid Row. And it's not
Yes.
a nickname. It's literally the name, like on the street. It literally says Skid Row. And everybody knows exactly where Skid Row is. The problem is it's expanded.
Yep.
It's a lot more places now.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
And they're like, I want to go to like Venice Beach. I'm like, no, you don't. You just don't.
No, you don't.
Like, why? Why
No,
would
no.
you want to do that? You just
To say that you've
they're
done
like,
it.
I've seen movies, and I'm like,
Yes.
no. Now what you're going to see is tents and really dirty streets, and nobody is nice to you. Everybody bumps into you, and it
You
just
forgot the
sucks.
most important thing. Hare Krishnas.
Traffic.
No,
Oh, yeah,
Hare
that too.
Krishnas. Every Sunday. Krishna,
No,
Krishna, Krishna,
well-
Krishna, Krishna. Free food.
But
Come get
if you
some.
go to Hollywood, you walk one way down. You got the people that we won't mention that
Oh, yeah.
are
Because they'll ban
the
our
science.
show. Yes.
Yes.
They like
Mhm.
science and they like ologies. We'll just say it that way.
Yes.
So funny.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But no, it's true. It's so true. I guess that's the end of the show. I don't want it to be over.
That's it.
But it is. So hit the button.
Oh
Hit the
my
button.
God, wasn't that a long show? Please
Yes, it was.
like and subscribe. And for those of you listening on the podcast, thank you. Until next time, this has been another episode of the TP Show.
It's my favorite part of the show.
It is. Wait, what? We did so much show. That was it?
That was it. Oh.